Christmas! Well, a very, very good day to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock, with an E. Fun fact, welcome, welcome, welcome are the first three words that are uttered by Willy Wonka in the play version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I know because I played that role when I was about 16. So how are you? How's it all going? How's it going like? It's been great. We had our Christmas party last night, our first birthday celebration, our first Christmas party as well for Shop on TV. I was the one that I got the short straw along along with Leslie and Paul and Roberta, who are in the studio tonight, and most of us feeling a little worse for wear. But what better way to celebrate the post-party blues than to get into bed? And I invite you to join me. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the best night's sleep you've ever had. I believe. That's my opinion and my opinion only. But I believe that in the next hour and a half, because we are live until 3 a.m, I will be able to prove to you that if you don't own a mulberry silk duvet or a mulberry silk pillow, that you are not sleeping as well as you could, as well as you should, and as well as you deserve. Now, when you first look at this duvet, you might think to yourself, well, it's very thin. Yes, it is. That's because this duvet and this pillow, and we'll get to the pillowcases later, contains mulberry silk. Now, what is mulberry silk? Mulberry silk is silk that is produced by feeding silkworms a specific type of mulberry leaf. And when they are fed a white mulberry leaf, which grows natively in China, it produces the highest grade of silk known to man, and that is called AAA grade mulberry silk. Now, there are also orange and black mulberry leaves, and if you feed the worms on those leaves, which are they're more abundant, they're easier to come by, and so they produce very good quality silk, but not as good as when they're fed the white mulberry leaves, which are only available at certain times of year. The worms themselves, obviously, they are creatures, and they only turn into this pupal form at certain times of the year. So there is a part of the calendar year where AAA grade mulberry silk is not made, it is not available. And these products come from the official mulberry silk company. And when mulberry silk is not available, they literally stop manufacturing, and that's it, they down tools until the mulberry silk becomes available again. So in this duvet, as I always say, this is the way I put it, if you had a suitcase full of cash, if you were a billionaire and you wanted to buy the absolute best silk you can get, you could traverse literally the entire four corners of the globe, the silk you would buy is AAA grade mulberry silk. And inside this duvet, that is all there is. This is a 2-ingredient sandwich. Now, that on the side of the duvet is a little vanity pocket that serves no purpose whatsoever except to give you peace of mind that you can open it, you can unzip it, and you can see the mulberry silk inside. But it's not just AAA grade. There's something else about this that you may have noticed. Those are not little pieces of mulberry silk. Now, there are duvets out there that will claim to be mulberry silk, and they may have mulberry silk in them. Not necessarily AAA grade. That I don't know whether they will. That has to be stated for it to be the case. But what they may be is offcuts. So when you do your research and you start to compare our prices and what we're offering tonight to other mulberry silk duvets, first and foremost, check that it is not little offcuts, but that it is full-length fibres. So basically inside this duvet, every strand of mulberry silk is one complete cocoon that would have encapsulated the silkworm. And each cocoon, when they're basically put in water and the strands kind of separate, or the cocoon unravels essentially, Because if you think about it, the worm has spun it in one complete length, in one complete piece. 1 to 2 miles long. In each duvet, there is approximately 15 miles of AAA grade mulberry silk. So that's sort of 7 to 9 or 10 individual strands. And basically, experts make these. They're made by hand. So they will take the cotton outer sheet, and I haven't even got onto the cotton yet, Egyptian cotton, by the way, long fibre Egyptian cotton, 230 thread count. So they secure the strands of silk along the top, pull them down and wind them around until they cover the complete length of the duvet, and then they stitch these cassettes, these individual square cassette pockets, to hold the silk in place. So inside you've just got only full length, single strand, top grade, AAA mulberry silk. And then on the outside, again, Egyptian cotton, the really fine cotton. Now, there is a difference in cottons. There is long fibre cotton and there is short fibre cotton. Long fibre cotton is when the cotton is hand picked, and that protects the cotton. Short fibre cotton is when the cotton is machine picked, and that tends to break it and it renders it more brittle. Long fibre is full-length fibres, and they are softer and they are more malleable, so they are more luxurious, they are wonderful to the touch, they feel good. And because you've got two nature's made ingredients, if you will, in this duvet, you get some pretty special properties. So silk is designed to protect the silkworm through extreme temperatures, extreme cold and extreme heat, and also rain and wind and all sorts of other inclement weather. So the two special properties of mulberry silk, and this is where we start to get into the story of why a mulberry silk duvet is going to help you get, I believe, and we believe, the best night's sleep you've ever had. Number one, the mulberry silk has natural temperature regulation properties. It will keep you warm in the winter, and it will keep you, believe it or not, cool in the summer. So this is an all year round duvet. Now you have eliminated the need ever to have two duvets, a summer duvet and a winter duvet. This is 12 months year round. Also, because it's natural temperature regulation, when you sleep, maybe if you have a partner that you sleep with, and maybe they like a slightly different temperature to the temperature that you like to sleep at, you don't have to have separate duvets, or you don't have one partner that's too hot and one partner that is too cold. This gives whomever sleeps under it, whoever sleeps under it, gives them a bespoke, regulated, temperature regulated night's sleep. And here's why, and here's how. With a man-made fibre, you get like with a duvet, you get a TOG rating, right? And that natural silk doesn't have a TOG rating because it's impossible to measure. It's right for everybody because of the natural temperature regulation, right? So what happens with a man-made fibre, hollow fibre, artificial, synthetic fibres, is that you get underneath them, you put the duvet over you, and your body temperature, which is you're constantly giving out heat, it starts to warm up, and you get nice and toasty warm, but that heat is trapped. It continues to heat up and heat up, a bit like a pressure cooker that's broken, right? So you get to the point where you're too hot. So what do? You take the duvet off. And then you start to cool down. Now, if it's a cold night, and with this storm that's going on and everything at the moment, and it starts to get really chilly in the house and the heating's not on, eventually you get to the point where you're too cold. So what do? You wake up again and you put the duvet back on. And then you start to heat up again. And then that cycle continues. All night long, all night. And that was me last night on the dance floor. The ladies, they came a running for the door when I started doing that. No, so here's the thing, quite seriously, right? If you have anything other than a mulberry silk duvet, or if you've got a silk duvet, maybe you will get some of the properties, but all the properties that I'm describing to you are for this duvet. And So I got mine, very first one. I was working with Ray Kennedy, who is he is the official distributor of Mulberry Silk products in this country, RK Sales. All their info is all on the tag. And it was in the middle of the lockdown, and it got to the point where the hotel, because I worked for a TV channel, I was on ITV throughout, some may remember, I was on ITV throughout that whole time. And what happened was I was living in a box. Literally, it was called a bunk. Look, if you Google bunker bin, BUNKABIN, it's a porta cabin that's basically, I don't know, 7 foot tall, maybe 8 foot deep, and 6 or so feet wide. And it sleeps one person. It's got a little counter in there where, you know, a little sort of vanity counter, a fridge, a microwave, and a little teeny tiny bathroom and shower at the back. Now, I had no heating in this. It was -7, I think. It was something stupid like that. It was freezing, and I'd done a show with Ray, and he told me about all these properties of Mulberry Silk and the Mulberry Silk duvets. And so he gave me a single one, which I bought from him latterly. And I was blown away by what he was saying, that this is going to regulate my temperature, so I'm not going to overheat. No, you're not going to overheat. All right, I thought, I'm going to put this to the test. So I got into my bunker bin, and I got undressed. I disrobed. I got into my bed, what do you call it, my nighttime attire, and I put my single Mulberry Silk duvet, which I still own to this day, by the way, put my Mulberry Silk duvet over me, and I was cold, so initially it was, and then I got warmer and warmer, and I got to my ideal temperature, and I thought, it's going to overheat, 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 and it never did. Now, conversely, during the summer, if you wouldn't even think about putting a duvet on you in the summer necessarily, but some people do, like I do, like to have something over me. So I'll do a sheet, or or I used to. This, with the temperature regulation, actually helps cool you down. It's bizarre. Look, the only one that knows how this works is Mother Nature. There probably some science boffin somewhere could explain it, but it actually cools you down. So if you are someone that overheats in bed, from the minute you sleep under this, do the Rob Lock challenge, ladies and gentlemen, which is cover yourself up in a Mulberry Silk duvet, and just you wait and see if you oversleep. I actually fell asleep and woke up the next morning, and I was still wrapped in my duvet. Not once did my bum see the night of the air that night, or my foot, because our feet are our temperature regulators, and bums are just for gas exchange, aren't they? So I honestly slept so incredibly well. So the duvets, now the pillows, everything I'm saying about the duvets, the pillows also true. Next thing, I think this is the most important thing next. Now we'll get onto moisture and sweating in the night in a minute. This is the only bedding that we know of that carries the Allergy UK certificate of approval. There it is, the seal of approval that Mulberry Silk has been awarded the British Allergy Foundation seal of approval for reduction in exposure to live house dust mite for their product. Silk is a natural product that it's a very arid, a very dry condition for a mite. Mites do not like silk. So what you're doing essentially is for the dust mite community, it's like the Sahara Desert. You might find one or two in there, stragglers in there, but essentially nobody lives there. So this, from an allergy perspective, because every other type of bedding will carry dust mites. And not only that, they love moisture and they love heat. So a duvet or a pillow, absolutely love it. And in fact, if you've got a synthetic duvet or a synthetic pillow, then after a couple of years, as much as half. Now, I don't know, I can't remember, I always forget, I've got to write this down, this statistic. It's after so many years, I think it's 3 or 4 years, something like that. Half the weight of your duvet is dust mites, dead carcasses of their former relatives, and their droppings. And the same with pillows as well. And also synthetic pillows, they go flat, they go lumpy, they go bumpy, and what do? You throw them away. So when it comes to sheer economy, You're sleeping with a minimalised number of dust mites, but also you are not replacing your pillow and your duvet all the time, or which you do. You have to. They get to the point where they're just rubbish, and you have to throw them away. So, but by the time you buy over your lifetime, the number of pillows and duvets that you will require, you will have bought a mulberry silk duvet and a mulberry silk pillow dozens of times, or certainly 10, 20 times over. I would guesstimate. Again, these you can do the maths yourself. But here's the thing: mulberry silk duvet comes with a 10-year guarantee. 10 year. Now that doesn't mean after 10 years it suddenly disintegrates or vanishes. Historically, there are people out there who have had their mulberry silk duvets for 20 or even 30 years. My mulberry silk pillow, is now nearly 5 years old. When was the pandemic? Was that 2020? So yeah. But how you might ask, how on earth can you have a pillow and a duvet that lasts for that long? Surely it's going to be full of dust and it's going to be disgusting. Well, it would be if you couldn't wash it. But guess what? In fact, do you know, I've spent the entire day laundering my son's mulberry silk duvet, his oversheet, and his pillow and pillowcases, because you can machine wash all of it. 30 degrees. Use your regular detergent, your regular fabric softener if you want. What you can do also, you can't use the whitening powders because they're a little bit coarse for the silk, but there is a Vanish make one, I'm sure there are others as well, that make a whitening liquid, which is specifically kind and usable with silk. So that's literally a standard 7.5 kilogram front-loading machine will fit, because I have a super king size duvet, will fit a super king size duvet. So maybe now's the time you're going to upgrade from a king to a super king, because you'll also get that extra drape. Or maybe you actually want to just upgrade your bed frame as well, and mattress. And in fact, we've got mattresses that are chock full of this silk too. So 10-year guarantee on your duvet. 2-year guarantee on your pillow. Who gives a guarantee with a pillow? I mean, come on. Now, by the way, the pillow, this is literally, they're about maybe 9 or 10 miles of silk woven around a foam core, and the core is literally for support, so it stops the pillow from losing its shape. And you can do this all the livelong day, and the pillow will always spring back to shape. So I've had my pillows for 4 years. I've got 2, my son's got 2. On a regular washing machine, you could stuff 2 in there, but I don't like them all being smushed together. So I'll do 1 pillow at a time. I'll do the duvet, then I'll do the pillows, and I'll do one, sort of delicate side. Or you don't have to do delicates, but they come up like new. And you can wash this as much as you like. You can tumble dry it as well on a low heat. Or what I do, I've got a clothes horse. So today, I took my son's undersheet out of the washing machine at 7 o'clock. I know that because I then put his duvet in, and I had to leave at about 8:30 to come to the studio, and the washing cycle finished at 22 minutes past 8. By the time I took the duvet out to hang on the clothes horse, I've got basically the oversheet, the mattress protector they call it. We don't sell those on ShopOnTV at the moment actually, but it's like a mulberry silk duvet but with a gusset that allows you, so you're sleeping on mulberry silk as well as under it, and it was, I would say, 20-25% dry already. So you can literally just air dry them, and because then they don't get wrinkled and what have you if they're in the washing machine or in the tumble dryer. So they are very, very quick to dry. Also during the summer, if you want to, you can actually line dry them on a nice sunny day, and those UV rays will actually help to sterilise them further. And now, incidentally, we've got the duvets, we've got the pillows, which this literally could be the last pillow and the last duvet you ever need to buy. Literally. Because these will last you for potentially decades. Ray says, I said, well, they last more than 30 years. He said, probably by 30 years, it won't be the silk that will fail you, it'll be the cotton. Eventually it might start to become threadbare, which there's not much you can do. It depends how much you use it. So, but the fact is that you probably will not, if you are a middle-aged person such as myself now, then you probably won't ever need to buy another pillow or duvet. They may even outlive you. If you buy these for your kids, then they will be middle-aged by the time they need to even think about buying a duvet or a pillow. I mean, it's extraordinary. And if you think we're talking absolute claptrap, and you're welcome to, by all means, don't take my word for it just because I'm telling you the truth. Please don't buy from me right now just because I am making some sort of a claim that you think is actually a strong, good reason to buy now, even though I am. Because you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. RK Sales are going to give you 30 days. You can use it, you can buy it, you can try it. This has our buy and try guarantee. So you get your duvet out, you take it out of the packaging, keep the packaging, obviously, and sleep on it, or under it, rather. Put your head on it, sleep on it for up to 30 days. And if you are not completely 100% satisfied, if everything I tell you in this broadcast tonight does not turn out to be 100% true and accurate, and this is why I'm saying it, because I know it is, and I know that you're going to take the challenge, you're going to find out that I'm telling the truth, you're going to find out you've had the best night's sleep ever with any duvet you've ever owned, any pillow you've ever owned. Again, I can't guarantee that, but I believe that look, there'll always be one or two that won't like it, but I believe for the general masses, this is going to be literally transformative. This is going to change your life because it's going to change a third of your life because you spend a third of your life in bed. And we spend so much money on things that for when we're awake, but yet we skimp and scrape, don't we, sometimes, on things that we need when we are asleep. So you've got all the standard sizes, single, double, king and super king. Again, if you want to upgrade, if you want to go for a double for a single bed, you'll get that wonderful hotel quality drape and so on and so forth. There you can see the prices. You are saving, these prices, by the way, are lower than when these products were launched 20 years ago on television. It's also, if you're buying multiple items like pillows, pillowcases, duvets, etc., it's capped postage and packing. So you only pay £4.95 postage and packing no matter how many items you buy in the order. So the single's normally £169, ours is £139. Again, when you think about how many duvets, synthetic duvets, you will throw away and replace over the years, £139, this is the duvet that keeps on giving. Double, £239 normally. Our price, £179, saving you 60 quid. £199 for the king, another 60 quid off. £259 is what you would normally pay if you went. And by the way, you can only buy these here at ShopOnTV or directly from RK Sales, the distributor. Their prices are the ones that are usual price. Our prices are the ones because we have a special relationship with them. We are their only outlet in the UK. They give us an incredible price. £219 for the Super King versus their £279. Honestly, if they didn't offer you a money-back guarantee, if you weren't happy, I'd buy them back from you myself. So, King, well in the lead at the moment. Ray, who's our guest normally for this, obviously we have a bit of a late start tonight, so it's just me. So he goes to shows all around the country. And quite frequently a lot of those shows are caravan shows. So there's one particular show he does every single year, and it's over a weekend. So people come up to him and they say, "You're Ray, you're the duvet guy, right?" And yes, I am. And so they buy a duvet from him, and they say, "Well, what if we don't like it?" He said, "Sleep on or under it tonight. If you don't like it, if you're not satisfied, come back tomorrow and I'll give you your money back in full." And everybody, almost without fail, comes back the next day, but not to return their duvet, to buy another one. Your only mistake tonight could be, depending on stocks, that you'll buy maybe a pillow, a duvet, when maybe you've got spare rooms, that you've got kids. Why do we always give kids the rubbish bedding? Because we just think, oh, they're kids, they're resilient, they don't need it, And then when they're screaming out, "Mum, I'm hot, Mum, I'm hot," or "Dad, I can't sleep. Sure, go to sleep. Maybe it's their bedding as well. They are humans too, just smaller. So, this is what, help them out, throw them a bone too. Get these for your kids. So the point is that you could only potentially regret not buying more and buying for your needs. So if you can afford it, I would recommend buying for your needs. You can use PayPal Pay in 3 as well. So you can spread the cost. So buy whatever you think you are going to want to have now. If you have particularly elderly relatives with the heating costs, and people don't necessarily turn their heating on, I'm gonna actually read some reviews for you in a moment. But I have my original single Mulberry Silk duvet. What I do is I use that when it gets cold, and I put it over myself and I keep myself warm instead of turning the heating on. Last winter I didn't turn the heating on, the central heating, not once. I just used a single Mulberry silk duvet. So I don't know how much I saved, you know, a couple of hundred quid I would think. I can't guarantee, it depends on your heating bills. But my son, he might not be using his double duvet tonight because it'll be dry, but I don't know if he wants the faff of putting it in the duvet cover. And by the way, you don't have to put a duvet cover on the duvets. They look beautiful as they are, but they will fit standard size duvet bedding rather. So I said, well, just use the single Mulberry Silk duvet for tonight and tonight. And he said, but it's not going to be warm enough. I said, Dave, have you not heard me on ShopOnTV? That single duvet is exactly the same as your king size, just not as big. I said that will keep you plenty. It saw me through a winter at -7 degrees. Pete was very sceptical, and he's one of our ShopOnTV viewers. And he said, "Oh look, I was sceptical many years ago regarding these duvets, but Rob said live on air, try it. If you're not happy, I'll give you your money back myself. LOL." We've had ours about 4 years. Perfect. Easy to wash and easy to hang on the line to clean in the sunshine. We also have one in the caravan. These are perfect for the caravan because they don't take up a lot of space. They're very lightweight. But this, you put this up against the biggest tog duvet you can find, this will win every time. Guarantee it. Absolutely. Well, as much as I can. And I stand to that. I stand to that. Like with the pillows, if this is not the best pillow you've ever had, I will buy it back from you myself. I'll take the LOL away, except I don't need to, because on every single tag, it has RK Sales contact information. It has all of the washing information and the content information, everything you need to know. And if you're not satisfied, you just get in touch with them. Not us. Get in touch with RK Sales. All their contact info is on the back, and it's got their company, literally got their company number and their website, and all you've got to do is call them. And as Ray always says, first of all, you'll get a live person. They always answer the phones, and if you're not happy, and he's a wonderful man, Glasgow gentleman, so in his beautiful sort of soft, silky Scottish brogue, he says, "We will give you your money back with the same civility as we took it from you." I love that. I just love the way he says that. Now, I've just been asked, why do I love this pillow? And by the way, remember your pillowcases as well. We'll do those next, okay? So this pillow, you only need one. I've always been the person that slept with two pillows, because with the man-made, or the hollow fibre, or I should, instead of man-made, I should say synthetic, I guess. I like a firmer, taller amount of support. And so I would always sleep with a minimum of two pillows. And even that wasn't enough. I wasn't getting the support. So I actually, I went for some firm pillows, and they were very firm. They were like sleeping on bricks. And they were very uncomfortable, because you see most pillows are just a sack with a filling. And what happens is, if you want comfort, you need something lovely and soft inside, right? Which is hence the downy feathers, or all kinds of specially spun synthetic fibres that are given some fancy name that sounds delightful to sleep on. And so they give you comfort, but then they don't give you enough support, because think of your pillow right now. When you put your head on your pillow, does it just collapse basically down to the bottom, and then the pillow just lifts up around the side of you? Because that's what most pillows do, right? So if you want support for a pillow, and you have to have a firmer material inside, then you don't have the comfort. So I would say the majority of pillows will give you comfort, but they will not give you support. Or they will give you support, but they will not give you comfort. I love this because it gives you both. But also, are you hot-headed like me? Most of our heat is expelled through our head. Our bodies essentially are biological machines to keep our head warm. And so that's the other problem. And I didn't even get on with the duvets and the pillows. They will silk will wick away up to 30% of its weight in moisture. So also they don't overheat, so you don't sweat as much into your pillow or your duvet. But any moisture that you do, because we all do naturally sweat, is wicked away. So you end up, you don't have to keep turning your pillow over every time it's waking you up. You don't wake up with a hot clammy head. I hate it when you wake up with a hot clammy head. You wake up, actually you shouldn't wake up at all until you actually are supposed to wake up, I mean. Because the bottom line of this is very, very simple. It's about sleep. These products are designed to help you sleep better. The height of this pillow, by the way, is designed to be just the right height for the distance between the side of your head and the bed, essentially, for everybody. So it's about giving you the correct spinal alignment to make sure that your airways are open, because if your head's kinked like that or like that, then they're not, and that can also increase the likelihood of snoring and such. They're designed to support your head in the correct way, but also because the only thing that is not natural in this, that is artificial, is the core. It has a fibre core. And it's a dense fibre core, so all the support is in the middle. But it's then wrapped. If you cut this in half, it'd be like an aniseed ball. You'd have your sort of centre bit, and then it's wrapped in full-length strands of AAA grade 100% pure mulberry silk. So, and again, we reckon there's about 15 miles in a duvet. There could be up to about sort of 7, 8, 9 miles even in a pillow. And so you get maximum comfort, and you also get support. And the pillow as well is machine washable. Outside, again, long fibre Egyptian cotton. Now, here's a bit of advice for you. If you do decide that you're going to put some bed covers, so if you're going to use a duvet cover and if you're going to use a pillowcase, I think I would advocate the use of a pillowcase at least. But the duvets, it's kind of American style. They call them comforters in America. And you don't have to have, if white is your colour scheme, you don't have to have any kind of case. But if you do, please mark my words and heed them close. If you go and buy polyester or synthetic fibre and you cover up with an artificial material, all of the natural properties of the silk and the cotton, it's not going to do any of the stuff I've told you. So please, make sure that you use cotton, natural fibre sheets. So Egyptian cotton, you can buy a whole bed set. I bought one on Amazon. There are lots of other places that do them in all different colours and shapes and varieties. And a good one, really good thread count, 30 quid. Not even that, 20 to 30 quid. So make sure that, again, standard sizes, standard duvet sizes, standard pillowcase sizes, but they need to be natural fibre, cotton preferably, because otherwise you won't get any of the benefits of the mulberry silk. I love this pillow so much. And I want to tell you about, actually, this is a perfect Christmas gift. So these are the mulberry silk pillowcases. Now, the mulberry silk pillowcases are rather special, because they are 100% mulberry silk. So be careful. I'll tell you some of the scams that are out there in a minute about these and the other products. So the big scam going around at the moment is you buy a silk pillowcase and it only has silk on one side. This has silk both sides. So it is 100%. Actually, the case itself is 100% mulberry silk. But there is inside a little secret, and there is a very, very thin coating of, not on that side, where is it? I can't even find it on this one. There is a very thin coating of cotton, and it's essentially to stop the pillow from slipping out your pillowcase. So there is that's pure, and also to keep them from wrinkling. So it's got so you've got your 100% cotton, and inside there is a very, very sheer thin backing of cotton to prevent wrinkling and also to prevent pillow slippage. Because the one thing, they say is smooth as silk, right? So the most popular colour is the white. We do have white. We also have, what are the other colours? We've got sage, which is the one I've got on me. That's your green. Then we've got the desert, which is the gold. And Arctic, which is that wonderful blue colour. And whichever one you go for, they're normally £45 each. We have discounted those by £10. And again, capped postage and packing. So, you know, if you're going to get your pillows, you might as well get go the whole hog. Go luxury all the way, ladies and gentlemen. And you will be able to get these for a tenner off. And you can put as many as you like into your basket. And you can actually spend, with PayPal Pay in 3, up to £2,000. So that is the limit per authorization. So what you do is you just select PayPal Pay in 3 as your, or PayPal, excuse me, at checkout as your payment option. That will then take you to PayPal's website. A window will open up and you log into your account, or you create an account if you don't have one. Select Pay Later. You have to, that's important. And then you will be asked a few simple basic questions, information that is required to approve you for the payment. And once approved, the window will close down, your order will be confirmed, it will come back to the ShopOnTV website, and that's it, and it will be shipped immediately. You don't have to pay it all off before you get it straight away in our standard 3 to 5 days, working days. It just means that you pay the first payment tonight, and then a month from now the second, and then the final instalment a month after that. Have a look and see what we've got at ShopOnTV. Click the live on air shop now section, but now, oh, now look there. Would you like to send me a message? Now, no customer services message. This is purely a box to email, or not to email, to message the studio. So this is if you want to say something to me or to the team, the producer cannot reply to those messages. They can only show them in a little box. And also the producers don't have any access to any customer information, so they cannot answer any customer service inquiries. The telephone number for that, well, you can either do it, I think it's support@shopontv.co.uk, or you can call 03333 24 24 24. So we got a mattress. We've got the duvet, the pillow, obviously the wonderful pillowcases. And here is the Cocoon Sleep mattress. Essentially, this is the mulberry silk mattress, essentially. So nice and deep, 8 inches, nice lofty mattress. Now, our prices are the prices of the entry-level mattress. But you get the premium pillow top mattress for the lower price, basically. I'm getting the Super King one of these very, very soon. Really good saving on these. I mean, look at that Super King mattress for £550. Saving over £300, £349 saving on the Super King. And the pillow top is basically a mulberry silk duvet. So actually you wouldn't need, and we don't sell the mattress toppers, but you wouldn't need a mattress topper anyway, because that pillow top is, again, miles and miles and miles of full length, AAA grade mulberry silk, anchored at the top and woven into those cassette pockets. So you are sleeping atop mulberry silk, which means 30% moisture, or again, silk absorbing up to or wicking away up to 30% of its own weight in moisture. You get those benefits beneath you. The natural temperature regulation. There's no point having temperature, well, there's some point having temperature regulation on top of you, but if you could have it below you as well, because then you will be cool with what you're lying on and cool with what you're lying under. What all of this is about is sleeping better. So I think we're still on the pillowcases. I want to say, do your own research, but one of the things that Ray always points out is that silk, pure natural silk, contains an ingredient called sericin. And there have been cases noted about the properties and the benefits of sericin, particularly when it comes to hair and skin. I know in the Afro-Caribbean community, wrapping your hair in silk is a big thing, from what I'm told. It helps not only to protect it, but also to help it prevent it from tangling, I believe. Well, you're sleeping on top of pure silk. Now, we can't guarantee that these 100% pure mulberry silk pillow cases are going to give you the properties that have been noted, I believe scientifically, with silk itself, because we haven't tested the specific pillowcases in, you know, a laboratory to prove that these do that. But all I will say is, if 100% pure silk does this, these are made of 100% silk. And again, it is so unusual to get a pillowcase with silk both sides. And also for £35 as well. I think you'll find that pure silk, again, it's sheer quantities, because we are the exclusive retailer of the mulberry silk duvets and pillows and the mulberry silk products. The only other place you can buy them is from RK Sales, which is the distributor's website directly, and their prices are more expensive than ours for obvious reasons, because we're their biggest client and in this country, and so they give favourable prices to us, and ultimately therefore favourable prices to you. Please, you've got to check out your baskets, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can sleep on your pillowcases for up to 30 days. If you're not happy, you call RK Sales. They will give you your money back. The only thing that you won't get back is the P&P, because we've got to pay the postman. A 30-day money-back guarantee on your pillows, a 30-day money-back guarantee on your duvets. You can sleep on them, under them, you can put them through their paces, you can prove to yourself that you are making the right purchase. You're not buying now. All you're doing is you are electing to try now, because your money's safe. We're a show, we're on ITV. Again, it's a partnership with ITV, ShopOnTV, so your money's safe. We are under ITV's Ofcom licence when we broadcast here, and that ain't an easy thing to get. And it's also, we're held to the highest broadcasting standards that you can imagine, and also advertising standards and so on and so forth. So everything I'm telling you has to be true, and if it's not true, I won't tell you, because that would be lying, and that's not good. So you just know your money's safe. You will get your money back if you're not happy within 30 days. And then again, the pillow cases, you've got silk is the second strongest substance known to man relative to size. The strongest is actually spider's web, but silk is second only to spider's web in terms of tensile strength. It's really, really tough stuff. And again, it has all kinds of amino acids in it that never wash out, that never diminish, and as far as I'm aware, and they can have some pretty useful properties for your skin, for helping to retain the moisture in your skin, whereas a lot of artificial fibres and things like that can strip the moisture from your skin. This helps, from what I understand, silk helps to retain the moisture in your skin. Again, please do your own research. We can't make any direct claims about the pillowcases because, again, we haven't tested them. But if scientists have proven certain stuff happens with silk, these are 100% silk. You put two and two together, as I did. Check out as soon as you can. The duvets it's all flying. I'm not surprised. I know it's a bit of a weird one, a bit of a late night here. And I hope you believe what I say. And if you don't, it doesn't matter, because you've got the 30-day money-back guarantee. But a 10-year guarantee, when you do buy it and decide to keep it, 10-year guarantee on your duvet. Last duvet you need to buy for at least 10 years. Everything is machine washable. The pillowcases are machine washable. The pillows are machine washable. The duvets are machine washable. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a good night's sleep, you can take it with you, because the whole of a duvet, even a super king size duvet, will fold up to roughly the size of 1/2 of a carry-on suitcase. So you could actually have your duvet in one side and your pillow in the other. You could take your bedding with you if you're going and travelling. And particularly if you're staying in lots of hotels or hostels and things like that, at the very least, take your own pillow, even if you don't take the duvet, because once you've slept with mulberry silk products, you will not ever sleep with anything else. I have to be really careful. Listen, I'm a presenter paid to be impartial about all the products here. I'm allowed to be enthusiastic if it's something I use and love. And that's why I'm known as the Mulberry Silk guy. I don't know if you remember a few years ago, about 4 years ago, it went viral when I said, I no longer swear at my duvet, I swear by it. That was me, and because I look a bit like David Brent, this whole thing went viral about David Brent, duvet salesman. Google it if you wish and have a look at the Twitter, what do you call it, the tweet. It was, I think it was a couple of million views and 100,000 likes. It was a big thing. I walked into work one day and the security guard said, why are you on the front page of Google? And I was like, oh, am I? And it was because of that, and it was national news. And because Ricky Gervais, he made some choice comments as well, which is fab, because, what a dream to get Ricky to chime in. In fact, he was asked by a viewer what we have in common, and he said, same chef. That was before he lost all his weight. But look, I don't make anything out of these duvets. I do not get commission. I don't get any extra money. I'll tell you, look, I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you. I have become known as Mr. Mulberry Silk. I am the duvet guy. And I have had the biggest selling shows with these bedding products here at ShopOnTV, and also in the previous, for the previous channel where I worked during the pandemic. I mean, tens of thousands of items sold. And I did not get not a penny, not even a cup of coffee in return for my work, because that's what I was hired to do. That's what I was paid to do. And at the end of the day, these are so good. They kind of sell themselves. Once it's been explained to you what these or how these can help you. So I don't get commission. I don't get extra payment. I get nothing except my day rate, which actually at ShopOnTV is the lowest day rate I've worked for in 30 years. But that's, because I'm head of TV, so I agreed to do, now I think about this, I'm like, I agreed to do 2 full-time jobs at a cut rate for each, because the combined rate would give me the salary maybe that I would have hoped for. And then I just realised now I'm doing 2 full-time jobs at a cut rate. But anyway, no, that's by the by. My financial situation is, I'm very happy with where I am. We just had our Christmas party last night, and I have to say I feel truly honestly privileged and honoured to be part of such an amazing team and such an amazing venture. And you have, the audience, our audience, have responded hugely to what we're doing. You can tune in every night between midnight and 3, check your local listings for when we're on, and you'll find an amazing product or products at amazing prices. We always try to be market beating. We always try to bring you products that are essential must-haves. So always, come and see what we got on each night. And we do it with humour, and we do it with respect to you and honesty, integrity, and we are trustworthy. And we have, I like to have a bit of a laugh, and Shaylee love to have a bit of a laugh as well. And I sit at home many nights watching Sean and Hayley, laughing myself to sleep. It's just they are so funny, but they are such wonderful people, and I hope you watch them, and I know that you also adore them as your weekday presenters. So look, my enthusiasm for this product is purely because it is that good. I guarantee you, if we knew each other personally and we were mates, and you know how it goes, right? You're looking for a duvet, for example, or a pillow, and you don't know which one to buy, but you know that one of your friends has bought this special duvet and this special pillow, for example. Could be whatever. Substitute pillow and duvet for whatever experience you have personally in the context of the story. And you go to them and say, I'm looking to buy a duvet and a pillow. I've heard you're really happy with yours. Would you recommend it? And your friend will tell, if they believe that it's literally the best thing they've ever bought, best thing since sliced bread, they'll give you their honest opinion, right? And then based on that, you'll probably go, oh, well, I'll get one of those then. I mean, I do it all the time. When people recommend things to me that are they love, I trust that, because I trust them, and I go buy. Yeah, when you've got some bloke sitting on telly at 20 past 1 in, is it 20 past? 20 past 1 in the morning, you know, trying to flog you a duvet and a pillow. And I'm not trying to, actually not trying to flog you at all. I don't care if you buy it or not. And I don't mean that in a horrible way. It makes no difference to my life if you buy this or not. It makes no, as I was explaining, makes no difference to my wallet, to my bank account. It has no financial impact on me if you don't buy this. All it's going to do is it's going to make sure that you have potentially a much worse night's sleep than you're getting now. All of this is with one thing in mind, to make sure you sleep better. Now, there is such a thing as toxic sleep, and toxic sleep is when you keep waking up, because there are 5 levels of sleep, and you have to go through all 5 in order to get the full regenerative, restorative, recuperative, relaxing, healing sleep that the body needs. And you can't sort of do stage 1 and stage 2, and then if you get woken up, go back to stage 3, 4 and 5. No, you have to go back to the beginning again. So have you ever woken up in the morning and thought to yourself, oh, I didn't sleep very well, I slept funny last night, or I didn't sleep very well? Maybe you slept for a good 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. You slept for ages, but you woke up feeling tired. That is because of the following reasons. And some you can control and some you cannot. Number 1 is your senses. Sight. If you want to relax properly, you need to be in a dark room. Light will keep you awake. 2, hearing. If you live on a busy street or something like that, shut the windows, because the noise is going to keep you awake. You need the room to be as quiet as possible to get a good night's sleep. Number 3, this is the big one, comfort. Because if you're not comfortable, you're going to wake up. That's why a good mattress is important, because if you've got an old spring mattress that's digging in your bum, it's going to wake you up. But also temperature is one of the biggest problems is temperature. Now, you can control the temperature in the room. You can have it set to just right. But sometimes you can't, because central heating is either on or off. It's either on and it gets too hot and you turn it off, or it turns off in the middle of the night and then the room starts to cool down and you start to get cold. But the one thing that will stop that immediately is by having the right duvet. Because if you've got a synthetic duvet, you're going to overheat. It is a fact. Do a challenge. If you want to extend the challenge, if you've got a synthetic fibre duvet now, put yourself underneath it, see how long you can last before you have to take it off. Time yourself if you want, and then do exactly the same amount of time under a mulberry silk duvet. You'll give up, because you'll just go, oh, this is never going to overheat, is it? No, it won't. So you sleep better. You stay asleep. You're supposed to, believe it or not, when you wake up, you should almost be in the same position as when you fell asleep. And with the covers should barely have been moved, because that means you're not supposed to toss and turn all night. That's not a natural part of sleep. And so if you wake up every half an hour or to an hour, you're breaking your sleep cycle. You're not getting the quality of sleep that your body needs. You're constantly going to feel tired. You're constantly going to be irritable. You're not going to work as efficiently. You're not going to be able to concentrate as efficiently. If it's your kid, again, going back to your kids, if you've got rubbishy duvets on them and rubbishy pillows, they're not getting a good night's sleep. And then you're packing them off to go and take their GCSEs or their A levels. Well, then how can you be surprised if they are irritable and they are losing focus because they haven't had a good night's sleep as well. And again, if you've got relatives, elderly relatives who can't really afford their heating bills at the moment, and I know that's a thing and that's a genuine concern, and every winter, unfortunately, people who can't afford to put their heating on, they don't always survive the winter, and that's an awful thing. But look, I guarantee you that get yourself a single as a spare to cover yourself up on the sofa. That's what I use it for. I don't turn my central heating. Why heat the whole flat when I can just be warm myself under a mulberry silk duvet? That's what I do. Again, you do you. I'm not going to encourage you to change any of your habits if you don't want to. But what I can guarantee is extremely likely is that you will sleep so much better. So you're not buying a duvet, you're not buying a pillow or a pillowcase right now. You are buying a great night's sleep. The other things, by the way, the big sense that people forget is your smell, your sense of smell. It's actually one of your strongest senses. So your room, people will, when they meditate or relax, will dim the lights, you know, they'll put some plinky plonky music on and they'll sit in a nice comfy chair or lie on a nice comfy bed, but they forget about the smell. You need some sort of calming aroma. Now, it could be that you get yourself a little, what do you call it, aroma, essential oil diffuser. Is it diffuser? Lavender is always said to help aid sleep, but you do you. As long as you've got a nice smell, nothing pungent, nothing that's going to disturb your senses. And Paul's going to go for a lager flavour. The smell of a brewery, oh, that's nothing better, is there? No, but in all seriousness, if you can control those things. Now, the other thing you can't do is if you have a partner, you can't guarantee that they're not going to wake you up at night. Unless if you have the Mulberry Silk duvet, and not duvet. Oh, I ruined that. Let me try that again. Take two. Unless you have the Mulberry Silk mattress. Because the mattress is full of pocket springs. Individually wrapped pocket springs. And what that gives you is motion isolation. Yeah, baby. With a traditional mattress, a serpentine spring mattress, what will tend to happen is you'll get motion transfer because all of the springs are conjoined. And so somebody comes and sits in the bed the other side and you wobble on the other side, right? I'm sure you've experienced it. When you have pocket springs, and you can see them over here, these individual pocket springs, one spring, what happens to one spring doesn't affect the springs next to it. So someone can sit on and get into bed on the other side of the mattress, and on this side of the mattress you will not feel it. So as long as they get out quietly, you shouldn't wake up. So, but really, and this is why this is my choice of mattress. I'm upgrading my bed. I'm just waiting for it to be on a sale, actually, Mike, because I've chosen my bed frame and I missed it on the autumn sale. I'm really annoyed. It was like 500 quid off. So I'm waiting, hopefully, at January sale or something. But this is literally the mattress I'm going to get. And so there are two types of mattress. That Cocoon is made by, again, essentially it's the Mulberry Silk mattress, right? It's called Cocoon because silk comes from a cocoon. Or silk is a cocoon. Silk is the cocoon. You have 3 months to sleep on this, 180 nights. And so again, you're not deciding to buy it now, you're just deciding to try it now. And by the way, £9.95 postage and packing. That's to your door. It comes vacuum packed. It's rolled, actually. So it delivered to your front door. Put it in the room of choice, and then open it up. And you can throw the packaging away, and then sleep on it for 60 nights. 60 nights. I apologise. I thought it was I'm confusing it with something else. 60 nights. So 2 months. 2 months. 2 months. And if you're not happy, because you'll know within a month, then you just make the call. All the info will be included in the packaging. You call the number or you email, you contact RK Sales through the information in the booklet, and they will come and they will send you, I believe they send you a cover to put over it, and then they will come and they will pick it up and they will take it away at no additional charge. So that £9.95 covers delivery and return if necessary. So the way to look at it, the way I look at it, it's like you're renting a mattress, a premium mattress, for 2 months for a tenner. But the thing is, once you sleep on it, you're gonna, I mean, I've laid on this thing. You're gonna be like, oh, hello. It's really good. It's really good. Because this pillow top here, so there are two versions. I was going to say there are two versions from the Cocoon company. There is the version without the pillow top, just so if you imagine the pillow top going away, just what's under it. Now that still has multiple layers, and one of the layers is mulberry silk. You've still got certainly as much silk in here as you'd have in a mulberry silk duvet. There are the different layers for different, again, each with a different thing, a different feature or function. And you know, it's not till you get further down into the bed that you get to the pocket springs. So you're not sleeping on springs. You've got padding above and layers of luxurious AAA grade mulberry silk before you even get to the springs. And here's the great thing, because essentially the mulberry silk acts like a barrier. Remember, it will wick away up to 30% of its weight in moisture. So traditional springs will rust. So if you've got into bed of late and your bed's creaking, that's because you sweat into the bed and eventually the springs rust. But there's a barrier of mulberry silk that stops the moisture even getting to the springs. So longevity in the mattress is also very, very important. But also, because you're sleeping on mulberry silk essentially, again, it helps you stay dry underneath. It helps to prevent you getting hot. Again, it's the regulated temperature, or in the summer it will help to keep you cool. It's non-allergenic because, again, it's silk. Bed mites don't like to live in silk. This is the allergy sufferer's godsend of a mattress. But even if you're not an allergy sufferer, just the thought that you're not sleeping on billions of dust mites, you know, I mean, look, they are perfectly safe. They're, you know, we live around them and we cohabit. It's their poo that is the allergen. But I don't know, they are from the arachnid family. They're essentially weeny spiders. So I preferred not to sleep on top of millions of those, colonies of those, personally. And that's what you get the benefit with mulberry silk anyway. But we are giving at the price, we're charging the price of the non-pillow top version, the standard version, but you will get the pillow top, premium top of the range mattress. And in this here, all these cassette pockets, literally from head to toe, you've got about 15 or more miles of AAA grade pure mulberry silk. And then you've got more mulberry silk underneath that. So, I mean, it's extraordinary. So the prices are very, very, very good. So the single, normally you would pay for the pillow top $549 for a single. We've got it for $360. You're saving 189 quid. The double, you're saving 299, so 749 normally for the pillow top. We've got it at the entry level price of 450. 500 is the entry level price for the king, but again, you're getting basically you're getting 800 quid's worth of mattress for 500 quid, £300 off. And then the Super King, £349 off of what would be the standard price for these mattresses. And then add your tenner on top for your delivery. And again, remember that it's buy before you try. So look, you will get every single penny of your 360, 450, 500 or 550 back if you decide to return it. The only money you're going to be out of pocket for is $9.95, a tenner. And you know, you can buy, and I want to be very clear here, you don't have to keep the plastic wrapping on. Like I say, throw that away. Sleep on it as if it were your own. Put your own bedding on it. Do in bed what you would do on if you'd already bought and paid for a mattress. So sit up in bed and watch your telly or read your book. Sleep, obviously. If you want to have a little bit of, you know, a little bit of happy time, shall we call it that? You and your partner, feel free. Christen it, if you like. Be happy. Be very kind to your knees, I would imagine. So look, enjoy the because if you were kneeling to put up a picture above your bed, because we've all been there, haven't we? and you're not going to get springs digging in you. You're not going to get lumps and pits and bumps and caverns. My mattress that you may, if you've been watching me for long enough, will know I detested from the day I bought it. I've now got, in the springs, I've got an imprint of my bum. I can only sit up in bed a certain way because that's the only way my bum fits into the two chasms, buttock chasms that have been created as the springs have degraded. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going. Paul just said I need a new bed. Yes, I am. I've got to get the. So here's the thing, right? This is the way. This is my life. Welcome to my life. So in my bed, I have one of those ottoman beds. So the whole of the mattress slab lifts up, and I've got all storage underneath. So I've got all my video equipment. So I've got lights, and I've got cameras and tripods and all this kind of stuff. And I put all my huge stainless steel large size tripods over on one side of the bed, on the side where I sleep. And the bed collapsed. The screws holding the bed frame broke when I was, because I'm not exactly light myself. So you've got, 350 pounds of me, and then you got another 350 pounds of tripod. So the bed just one night went. So I've got to replace, and I will be sure next time when I get my new ottoman to put the lights on the other side of the bed. So once I get my bed frame, I'm going to get my new mattress. And this, I swear to whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, I certainly swear on my life and the lives of those near and dear to me, a super king size version of this will be on my bed as soon as I have my new bed frame. But you see, it's not as easy as that. Because where am I going to put all the stuff that I've stored for the last 6 years under my bed? Where am I going to put that when the new bed frame comes in? I've got nowhere to put it. So now I've been meaning to buy some drawers and a cabinet for my bedroom. So I've got to buy that. Then I can decant what is under the bed into the drawers, except the lighting stands, which will just have to be, go on the sofa for a bit. Then I can replace my bed frame. Then I can get my new duvet. So all of that's hopefully happening very soon. It took me 3 months just to build my TV cabinet, because I've had 7 days off in a year, and I get no violins. I'm perfectly happy to do it, but it took me so long to get around to actually put my new TV out, which I'm really loving. I still haven't done the soundbar. I've had the new TV now for a month, but no, I've had it for 2 months. Took me a month to get the TV cabinet up and constructed and get the TV out. Now I've had a month of viewing the TV, but I've had, literally 1,800 quid's worth of soundbar sitting like 3 feet away from me. It doesn't sound very good when it's in the box. No. So that's tomorrow's job. But I've got to do my taxes as well. So one of those will be, hopefully both, will be tomorrow's job. I just like to keep you abreast of my social movements. So the point is, this is a flipping good mattress. It really, really is. And mulberry silk, if you're not sleeping on or under mulberry silk, you're not doing it right. And I started saying earlier, but as often is the case, I get distracted and I go off and meander and all around the houses. And now I'm trying to remember what I was about to say. No, don't do this to me, brain. Don't do this to me. Here's the website. What was it? We've got over 700,000 products on our website. 300,000 of them are books. Go and have a peruse, have a browse, have a little look-see. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, it'll come back to me. Here is everything we have on the show. Now, can I show you the electric blankie? Because it's a perfect little Christmas gift. By the way, the pink one is limited stock. If you like the pink, then you should buy it now. Let me tell you a little bit about this blanket. It's $44.99. I've got the navy blue here. It has a little remote control, which is very simple to operate. It's from Carmen, because basically it's just temperature and time. So there are 9 heat settings and there are 9 time settings. So when you turn it on, it's now on. Because you can see there's a number in there. Now, if you go over to this side, which's got a T, well, that stands for time. Cunning, that, isn't it? Over here, you've got a centigrade symbol. That there is your temperature. And so you basically, when you press up, it goes up, and you'll never guess what happens when you press down. It transports you to another dimension. No, it just goes down. It just goes down. And then on the other side, time as well. So each hour or each number as it increases or decreases is 1 hour. And then let's put the slides up. I'll tell you about the temperatures in a moment. Here we go. Simple and easy to use remote control with 9 heat settings allows total control over the warmth of your throw, providing the perfect temperature for all your needs. And you can detach the controller when washing the blanket. Yes, it is machine washable. So 85 watts of output for a quick heat up time as well, making it perfect for snuggling up. Oh, I love a good snuggle. Now, unfortunately, the person that you snuggle with is sold separately. And actually, oh, hang on, can we go back? Can we go back? Hang on. I was just trying to see, yeah, 230 GSM flannel fleece. Perfect for keeping you warm and cosy. And that actually, the fleece itself will keep you warm to a degree before you even have to turn the heat on. Thank you. Next. Overheat protection. It will not overheat. 1 to 9 hours. Less than 3p an hour to run based on, obviously that will vary potentially based on your tariff. But 3p an hour is not bad. And not, I tell you, you know, look, I've spent the entire day talking about, or show, talking about mulberry silk and how, you know, and that doesn't need electricity. But if you do love a heated blanket, that you could even put this over your bed to warm your bed up. Can I just ask, the one thing I wasn't sure about is what increments of temperature, the temperature increments are, please, Leslie. I couldn't find that information. Let's see if she can. There are 9 heat settings. It goes from low heat to high heat. Yeah. Well, up to 85 watts. It goes lovely and warm. Yeah. And it's, again, you can simply detach the cable from the blanket itself and you can wash it. Let's see what the washing instructions are. Da-da-da, where are they? Just talk amongst yourselves for a sec. Oh, there they are. They're right under my nose. 30 degrees. No tumble. Obviously, don't tumble dry, because there is a coil in it. You can't really feel it unless you go fishing for it. And it's like a little wire, and it runs throughout the whole sort of length and breadth of the blanket. So yeah, you don't want to be overheating that and potentially melting it. Common sense dictates, but I will say it anyway. Please, please, when you've washed it, don't turn it on until it's dry. So I would throw it over a clothes horse or something like that if you want to dry. Fleece, actually, to be fair, fleece dries so quickly. By the time you take it out of the washing machine, if it's at a 1200 spin, the natural spin cycle will almost completely dry it. And within 20 minutes of taking it out of the washing machine, it's going to be it's going to be ready to go again. You've got a nice little plastic cover, by the way, over the LED display, so make sure to take that off too. It's a great price as well. So the height is 160 centimetres. That means nothing to me. In inches, that's... and then wide, it's 130 centimetres. And the depth is 1 centimetre. I suppose it is, roughly. So, yeah, it's a good size. And you could put this on top of your blanket... you could put this on top of your bed and use it as a little bed warmer. I wouldn't sleep on it in your bed, but I would. It's definitely something I would sleep under, not on. Again, because of that internal wiring. It's all completely safe, of course, and up to the CE standards and such. But Paul uses his heated blanket because he got one, and he puts that over his duvet and switches it on and warms his duvet up before he goes to bed. Clearly, he doesn't have mulberry silk. He doesn't. By the way, this will be the limited stock on the pink. It might be the last time that we have this in stock before Christmas. So if you want the pink, then have a think. I'll give you a wink. and you can go and buy it now. There's the pink in the front. It's a sort of a pinky something. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's blancmange. It's blancmange pink. Yes, it's very, very nice. By the way, also you can see in the front there we have a rechargeable water bottle. That thing is absolute genius. It really is. So that also is in a couple of colours too. So you don't put the water. You know the best thing about this? You don't put the water in. It's already got the water, it's pre-filled and it's actually completely sealed. So all you need to do, it's got a little thing that looks like a stapler that basically is a connector that connects to that. You can see it, there it is, that little black section, little black pad section at the top right. And that recharges it. So they're incredibly efficient, these, and as little as 12 pence for a full charge. Isn't that amazing? Really, really great value for money. And again, you don't have to fill it. It's pre-filled. You just literally charge it up and you're ready to go. And it's like a little secret Santa present. Safe heating solution. Long lasting. Warmth. Super fast charging. Automatic temperature control. Soothes aches and pains. Or maybe you can't afford, or you don't have seat warming in your car. Now you do. So it comes pre-filled with water and it's permanently sealed, so you're safe from scalding and never have to refill it. And also you're looking at 5 hours of continuous warmth from a single charge. Oh, and this is the other bit I love. It's got a little pocket on the back, so you can stick your hand in it. And you can actually use it to spot heat, if that's the right sort of terminology, a soothing of your aches and your pains. If you've got maybe you're a sporty person, you like to run and or do any kind of exercise. If you do get a bit of a muscle ache, this is perfect for helping to soothe them away. So you've got the hot water bottle, obviously, the charging connector with the indicator light, the charging rack with the indicator light, so you know when everything's charging and charged, and then you've got the hand comforter on the back as well, which is a little bit like a, what did they used to call those things that you used to put, was it a muff or a muff where you used to put your hands in both sides? You got the same here as well. 617516. I love this thing. It really is. It's grand, and you just never know. It's one of those silly things. It's 20 quid. I'm crikey, a takeaway's 20 quid these days, just even for fish and chips. You spend more on. So after our Christmas party, our director Paul went out with director Kieran, and they had. So what did you have again, Paul? Cheesy chips. And Kieran had chips and a burger, and they had 3 espresso martinis. 75 quid. Cheesy chips, chips and a burger, 3 drinks, and 2 pieces of food. 75 quid. The venue we were at last night, I found there's a very famous brand of Tennessee whiskey, or bourbon, actually, excuse me, and they were which you can buy. It is a higher priced liquor, as they would say in America, but you can still buy. I just saw a deal on a litre the other day for I think 28 quid. It's normally about 40 quid for a litre. So the venue is charging £400 for that same bottle. £400 for a bottle of Mr. Daniel, because they sell by shot and what they charge per shot, and that's why. Yeah, it's the same with the pub. If you buy a bottle of spirit from a pub, they'll charge you the per shot price. The world's gone mad. By the way, it was an incredible night, and on behalf of everybody in the crew, thank you to our CEO, Jamie, and to our COO, Martin, for organising what was a spectacular party. It really was, and we're very grateful, even if we're feeling it a bit today. Now, let's go back to... I must be a hoarder. I love holding things and wrapping myself with things, you know. There we are. I've got everything you could possibly want here, haven't I? Oh my goodness me, we've only got 11 minutes left. So let's go back to the mulberry silk. If I was Mr. T and I came across somebody who didn't have a mulberry silk duvet or pillow, I would be uttering the words, "I pity the fool," right now. Honestly, I wish I could transport my thoughts and my experiences into your brain directly. We've still got a few years before that's going to be possible. But you would know, you'd buy one immediately, you really would. If you knew, and if you believed what I tell you now, which if you're not buying probably means that either you doubt what I'm saying, or maybe you can't afford to buy these now. I get that, of course. The last thing I want to do is cause you financial hardship. Or you think you're happy with what you've got. Well, if you think you're happy with what you've got and it's not silk, you're wrong. I'm sorry, you just are. If you've got a hollow fibre, man-made, synthetic, artificial fibre, or if you've got feather, so that's, goose feather, duck feather, down, even down, you can spend hundreds of pounds on down, on a down pillow, and all the down just moves out the way as you put your head on it. It all goes round, and your head just goes, poof, and you're about an inch away from the mattress. If you've got any of those types of pillow or duvet, I assure you, that if you think this isn't as good, you are wrong. And I challenge you, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Even if, and maybe this happens a lot as well, and I totally empathise, you've just gone out and bought yourself a really expensive duvet, maybe. And you're like, oh, crikey, I wish I'd had that instead. Is it worth, because this is what I did with my mattress, is it worth enduring years of discomfort rather than just biting the bullet and saying, you know what, if I can't get a refund on what I wasted that money. I should have said that. I wasted £500 on my mattress. I should have thrown it away. Although I didn't know at the time that there was what was out there that was better. And we didn't have the Cocoon mattress. That was not available to me at the time. But when it comes to duvets and pillows particularly, if you don't have now, we do sell, and this is where that's what I was going to say. This is where I get into trouble. This is where I remembered what I'd forgotten I was trying to say 10 minutes ago. Don't stop it. Let's say you're going to forget again. Oh, you son of a gun. No, this is where I get into trouble because we sell one other pillow, and it's a really good pillow. And if you've bought it, I think you've made a very, very wise decision. My director's got it. But it isn't a silk pillow. It is, even though it has wonderful other properties that make it very unique, it is still hollow fibre. And so it still has the inherent downsides of hollow fibre and degradation over time with dust mites and stuff. So those are, if you're happy to replace your pillow every now and again, every 2 or 3 years. I mean, you're supposed to actually replace your pillow every 2 or 3 months, believe it or not. How long have you had that other pillow? How long have you had yours, Paul? 6 months, and it's still going strong. Still going strong. By its natural, the way it's constructed, actually, it will. I think you'll get a lot longer life out of it. I'm talking about the GX pillow, the Morel pillow, basically, because of the extra support that it has. So again, if you bought one of those, I'm not going to say that you made a bad purchase because I genuinely don't believe you have. But if you haven't got, all right, mulberry silk is, plus the pillow, our pillows are what, 40 quid. The duvets, they are pricier. Yes, I understand, because they're premium ingredients, and they'll last you. The duvet is guaranteed for 10 years. But there are many people who've had their mulberry silk duvets, because the mulberry silk company's been around, I think, 65 years. They've been around. They've had their duvets for 20, even 30 plus years. They reckon, the mulberry silk company say you should get at least 30 years, unless you're doing something very abrasive in your bed that might cause the cotton to go threadbare. You should get about 30 years, they estimate, out of a duvet and out of a pillow, which is extraordinary. The pillow itself has got a 2-year guarantee. They have to give it a baseline guarantee, but everything's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So look, if you have bought something, unless you bought the Morel from us and you're happy with that, that's the only kind of thing I would probably say, yeah, all right, I accept that as a sort of, all right, that's why I haven't got a mulberry silk pillow. But if it's something you bought from a supermarket, if it's those hollow fibre pillows that, you know, 4 for 20 quid kind of thing, oh God, you're doing yourself a disservice. You really are. It's worth. It's what is it? It's like, you know, the buy cheap, pay twice. That whole philosophy. By the way, have you noticed I've had this pillow on my lap now for the best part of an hour and a half. Now, I did move it when I did the blanket, so it's now been back for about 5 or 6 minutes. Hot. My crotch is not. Because natural heat, temperature regulation. If this was a regular pillow, my bits would be scorching, they would. Well, I'd have taken it off. I'd have taken it off by now. Yes, so just quickly to go over there's the pillow. So the £40 for the pillow. These sell for £60 at RK Sales website. They are the official distributor. Remember, let's go over the bullet points, if you will, of mulberry silk again. Natural temperature regulation. Mulberry silk keeps you warm in the winter, cool in the summer. It just does. It's a fact of mulberry silk. It's one of nature's, the cocoon fibre, the silk itself. That's just a property it naturally has. Number 2, it wicks away up to 30% of its weight in moisture, helping to keep you dry, as well as temperature regulated. It is a fabric that dust mites naturally avoid like the plague. It's the only duvet and pillow, the only bedding that carries that we know of in the world that carries the Allergy UK seal of approval for effectiveness against the reduction of house mites, dust mites, and that's without. There's no special spray, there's no special treatment, there are no chemicals. It's just the silk itself, because it's a very arid condition. It's like living in the Sahara Desert. Dust mites just won't do it. They might go there for a vacation, but they'll leave soon after. Most duvets, any duvet certainly, that are a feather product, filled with a feather product, or an artificial fibre product, they will overheat. You will get too hot, you will sweat into them, and you could lose up to a pint of liquid a night on average. Most people, I think it's most people are up to a pint. And that's all going into your bedding and into your mattress and so on and so forth. So, and then you wake up, you feel clammy. Have you ever woken up feeling clammy? You've got your hair's wet because your pillow's too hot, so you have to turn your pillow over and you sweat. All of that goes away instantly the minute you sleep with your head on one of these. And so if you're an allergy sufferer, then they're just ideal, I think. And again, if you just don't like the idea of sleeping on colonies millions of dust mites, again, they are harmless to us. I'm not trying to scare you here or anything silly like that. But it's their droppings that actually are the allergen. But, you know, after, I think, is it 3 years? What did Ray, I can't remember what Ray said. He said, maybe it was after 2 or 3 years, up to half the weight of your duvet is dust mites and their carcasses of dead dust mites and droppings. It's something, look, I say this every single show and I still haven't done it. You can do your own research. Go and look up, you know, how weight of duvet with dust mites or weight of pillow dust mites after a certain time. But I'm going to get a little card printed and laminated, so every time I do this show I can tell you for sure. And it's on our producer's handwritten notes, but she was down for the party last night, so they're sitting on her desk at home, which is really helpful. But do your own research and we'll have our research done for you next time. What can I say? We're out partying last night. There's no excuse. So what else can I tell you? You've got customer service as well. RK Sales, they are respectful, decent, honest people. If you have a question or an issue, if you ever have a problem with your duvet, you call them. They will pick up the phone and they will work with you. So you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee to try all their products. If you're not happy, you call them, you will send it back, and you will get every penny you've paid except the postage and packing. And you're going to give someone, if you buy this as a gift, the gift of a good night's sleep. The pillowcases are a wonderful, wonderful present. They really are luxurious, 100% pure silk. And remember, Mulberry silk. Now, I did say I'd talk about scams. Well, I've got to the end of the show and I forgot. Sometimes people will take pieces of mulberry silk and they'll say that it's a mulberry silk duvet or pillow, but actually only a small percentage of the duvet is mulberry silk and the rest is all hollow fibre, or it's hollow fibre cotton that's polished to look like silk. Those are some of the scams. Ray talks about his son found a department store in Glasgow selling a duvet for, I think it was 600 quid, and it was only 12% mulberry silk. Watch out for the scammers and for the inferior products. This is 100% pure mulberry silk, AAA grade, the finest money can buy, full length, miles of silk for your money. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed a little armchair chat. I'm off until Wednesday, and then I'm with you for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.